Hi, my name is Brad Davis. I'm 31 years old. I'm from Salem County. I'm a father of two wonderful kids, Brad Davis Jr. and Emma Grace. Being a father is one of the best things in the world. Sorry. My children have helped to make my life a lot better. Farming is a way of life in Salem County. If your family doesn't own a farm, your friend's family probably does. I grew up helping my family on their dairy farm. When I went to high school, I tried out for freshman football, but I realized it just wasn't my thing. So I got involved in bull riding and steer wrestling through the Pennsylvania Youth Rodeo Association. That was better than football. One year I made it to the state finals. I finished second place in bull riding, which I was quite happy with, even though it was a Youth Rodeo Association. It was still a lot of fun. After high school, I went back to work on the farm and started riding motocross. I was an avid motorcyclist for several years, but stopped riding because there were too many risks involved. As a farmer, I had the responsibility of transporting vegetation from the farm to the markets. On May 21st, 2010, bear with me 1 second, please. Can I use that, I guess? Thank you. I was transportating a shipment of spinach in my tractor and trailer. I wasn't far from the farm when another truck swerved into my lane, which caused me to overturn my tractor and trailer. I sustained many injuries, including a traumatic brain injury. I was flown to Cooper Hospital, where I was in a coma for 3 weeks. After coming out of the coma and my health stabilized, I was transferred to Moss Rehabilitation of Philadelphia. While at Moss, I received physical therapy, speech therapy, and occupational therapy. My physical therapist had me working on my balance and motor coordination. As a safety precaution, I had to wear a protective helmet, which is quite embarrassing, but that's here nor there. After receiving treatment at Moss Rehab, I returned home for several weeks. After those several weeks, I had surgery to implant a titanium plate in my head. I spent about a week of recovery at the hospital and then was admitted to Bancroft Brain Injury Services. When arriving to Bancroft, I was somewhat in shock. I believe having that break at home made my transition to Bancroft a little harder. But once I settled in and met some very caring people, I felt a little more at ease. I received several therapeutic services at the program. I received neuropsychology, occupational, and cognitive therapy. In neuropsychology, I addressed my anger management struggles with Dr. Lindgren. She helped me develop coping strategies to control my anger. Dr. Lindgren also helped me come to terms with my brain injury. Today I am able to deal with my anger more appropriately. Throughout my occupational therapy, I worked on my visual, spatial skills and basic math skills. In cognitive therapy, I worked on planning and organization. During my first cognitive therapy session, my therapist assisted me in buying a weekly planner. I documented my therapy sessions, medical appointments, and any other important items that I had to remember. We applied for energy assistance and other financial assistance programs. Another area that we focused on in therapy was banking skills. I practiced writing checks and filling out deposit and withdrawal slips. I also received inpatient services for about a month at Bancroft. After that, I moved back home and received outpatient services. I received in-home cognitive therapy with my therapist that I worked with while I was attending the day program. My therapist and I did a lot of work at my local library. There, I applied for disability services and Division of Rehabilitation Services. My therapist and I developed a payment schedule so I could pay my bills on time. In-home cognitive therapy provided a means to maintain structure and organization in my home. Today, I have returned to a passion that drives me, which is working on the farm. I recently purchased a Chevy truck. Life is beginning to return to a normal pace. I would just like to thank all those who gave their time to help me succeed and move forward with my life. I don't know if I'll be able to get through this part. I've been trying every time I cry. I'm sorry. I especially want to thank, hold on. Want to thank Brad Jr. and Emma for giving me the drive and strength to get back on my feet. Without them, I would have been lost. Thank you for allowing me to share my story with you all. Have a nice night and be safe.